Namaste, this is Neeraj here and welcome back to my channel 𝗦𝗛𝗔𝗃𝗀𝗀𝗏. So everybody is having questions regarding what is happening in Russia overnight. That Wagner group, that private army Wagner group chief Prigozhin, has he revolted against the Russian army? And what is happening actually in Russia? What is the situation? So let me give you a little background about this. Is that there has always been that Prigozhin, that Wagner group is considered to be the true patriot in Russia. At least as for the Russian people, they're all sentiments and popularity with Wagner group chief Prigozhin, because he is considered to be the true most patriotic. And if you look at the other side, that is Russian army, and particularly I will not talk about army but the defense minister Shoigu, Sergey Shoigu, his reputation is very patriot. He is actually considered, many Russians, if you ask the common Russians, they don't like him at all. They war also was regarding that only, and what is fight is also regarding that. So there can be the one of the reasons of this inside circle information which I sitting here in Russia, which I have gathered, is that this Prigozhin, Wagner group chief, he came to know that there has going to be some kind of a negotiation, under the pressure of USA and Europe and all these things with Ukraine, in which the terms and conditions of those negotiations or the agreement would be against Russian interest. It would not be in the interest of Russia. So that is where this also what you can see, that what the so-called revolt has happened is that Prigozhin is asking question that if this is what, if you want to surrender everything what we have achieved or what the army has achieved, then why you started this war first of all? For what we fought? Why so many of thousands of Russian soldiers and the Russian people have died? Sacrificing for whom? That is the biggest question mark. And as you can see that here in at least I am from the northern part of Moscow, everything is normal. Here we don't know what is happening because life is normal. Transportation, internet, Wi-Fi, everything is, communication, everything is. Here it doesn't, there is nothing like, like in India they put curfew or something. So situation is, at least in Moscow, northern part is, I don't know about the center. Maybe center some more security or the tanks may be there, I don't know, because till yesterday night I was because I work near Kremlin only, so life was super cool. Everything was, the restaurants and everything festival, there was nothing. But yes, in Rostov town, that is the south of Moscow, so that is near the Ukraine border. It's around 1100-1200 kilometers from Moscow. That is what the reports are, that Wagner group has taken over the army headquarters. And even what if I am not from the inner circles, what the Prigozhin has claimed that he has Wagner group has shot down 2 army helicopters also, which was trying to attack them maybe in Rostov. Maybe this would be the scene maybe. So this is that fight of patriotism against the anti-national in Russia. So that is the question. So as per the Russian popular people perception, Prigozhin is hero, Wagner group is hero. So I believe that there may be some kind of a negotiation. I don't know, because you never know what is happening and going on in the minds of President Putin. But what I would consider that there may be some kind of a negotiation already maybe happening, and maybe if in that part of negotiation, maybe Shoigu would be sacked also. So let's wait for all this what happening in so there is a lot of exciting times in Russia. On one hand the fight is happening in Ukraine with by Russia, and on the other hand inside Russia also this kind of things, because they don't want any negotiation, at least this Wagner group, which are against the terms of Russian interest. And that is what the inside information is, that this revolt is all about. That's it from my side. And if more update, I will come back to you. Ciao from Neeraj from Moscow.